I thought about the times that Dad would look over his shoulder as he copied some ancient inscriptions, or wake me up at 3 or 4 in the morning and insist it was time to change hotels, or warn me not to look in his work bag, or copy certain pictures from old temple walls, as if our lives depended on it. "Is that why you never came around?" Sadie asked Amos. "Because Dad was banished?" "The house forbade me to see him. I love Julius. It hurt me to stay away from my brother and from you children, but I could not see you until last night, when I simply had no choice but to try and help. Julius has been obsessed with finding Osiris for years. He was consumed with grief because of what happened to your mother. When I learned that Julius was about to break the law again, I tried to set things right. I had to stop him. A second offense would have meant a death sentence. Unfortunately, I failed. I should have known he was too stubborn." I looked down at my plate. My food had gotten cold. Muffin leapt onto the table and rubbed against my hand. When I didn't object, she started eating my bacon. "Last night at the museum," I said, "the girl with the knife, the man with the forked beard, they were magicians too, from the House of Life?" "Yes," Amos said, "keeping an eye on your father. You are fortunate they let you go." "The girl wanted to kill us," I remembered, "but the guy with the beard said not yet." "They don't kill unless it's absolutely necessary," Amos said. "They will wait until they see if you're a threat." "Why would we be a threat?" Sadie demanded. "We're children. The summoning was not our idea." Amos pushed away his plate. "There's a reason you two were raised separately." "Because the Faust took Dad to court?" I said matter-of-factly. "And Dad lost." "It was much more than that," Amos said. "The house insisted you two be separated. Your father wanted to keep you both, even though he knew how dangerous it was." Sadie looked like she'd been smacked between the eyes. "He did?" "Of course. But the house intervened and made sure your grandparents got custody of you. If you and Carter were raised together, you could have become very powerful. Perhaps you've already sensed changes over the past day?" I thought about the surges of strength I'd been feeling, and the way Sadie suddenly seemed to know how to read ancient Egyptian. Then I thought of something even further back. "Your 6th birthday," I told Sadie. "The cake," she said immediately, the memory passing between us like an electric spark. At Sadie's 6th birthday party, the last one that we'd shared as a family, Sadie and I had a huge argument. I don't remember what it was about. I think I wanted to blow out the candles for her. We started yelling. She grabbed my shirt. I pushed her. I remember Dad rushing towards us, trying to intervene. But before he could, Sadie's birthday cake exploded, splattering icing on the walls, our parents, the faces of Sadie's 6-year-old friends. Dad and Mom separated us. They sent me to my room. Later they said we must have hit the cake by accident once we were fighting, but I knew we hadn't. Something much weirder had made it explode, as if it had responded to our anger. I remember Sadie crying with a chunk of cake on her forehead, an upside-down candle stuck to the ceiling with its wick still burning, and an adult visitor, one of my parents' friends, his glasses speckled with white frosting. I turned to Amos. "That was you at Sadie's birthday party." "Vanilla icing," he recalled. "Very tasty, but it was clear even then that you two would be very difficult to raise in the same household." "And so," I faltered, "what happens to us now?" I didn't want to admit it, but I couldn't stand the thought of being separated from Sadie again. She wasn't much, but she was all I had. "You must be trained properly," Amos said, "whether the house approves or not." "Why wouldn't they approve?" I asked. "I'll explain everything, don't worry, but we must start your lessons if we're to stand any chance of finding your father and putting things right. Otherwise, the entire world is in danger. If only we knew where—" "Phoenix!" I blurted out. Amos stared at me. "What?" "Last night I had, well, a dream, but not exactly a dream. I felt stupid, but I told him what had happened while I slept." Judging from Amos's expression, the news was even worse than I had thought. "You're sure he said birthday present?" he asked. "Yeah, but what does that mean?" "And a permanent host?" Amos said. "He didn't have one yet?" "Well, that's what the rooster-footed guy had said." "That was a demon," Amos said. "A minion of chaos. And if demons are coming through to the mortal world, we don't have much time. This is bad. Very bad." "If you live in Phoenix," I said. "Carter, our enemy won't stop in Phoenix. If he's grown so powerful so fast, what did he say about the storm exactly?